guys, I'm Supersat here, back again doing another episode of Battle Decks. This time I'm running a slightly different deck, so I'm running the Giant Skeleton, I'm doing the Barbarian Hut, some Spear Goblins, some Archers, Barbarians, Arrows, the Elixir Collector, and of course the Mirror. Now, so the way this works is I do try to get a pretty good Elixir farm going, so just a bunch of Elixir Collectors, if I can. If I can't, I try to manage without that for the time being until I hit the double elixir point, and then I can start working on that at that point. But basically, it ends up being a mass amount of troops, along with along with the backup of the giant skeletons. They just push to that tower, and then the giant skeleton secures the destruction of that tower if he makes it there. And of course the Spear Goblins and the Archers, as well as the Barbarians, all have their offensive purposes, but they're also there to help boost the defensive line as well. Generally the Barbarian Hut and the Barbarians themselves are a great use to stop princes or heavy hitters like P.E.K.K.A.s, stuff like that. So that's what I have them for as well. Let's go ahead and just look at some replays here. So we have a few draws, you know, here and there, but let's go ahead and just go to this one right here. I did win most of them. I have lost a couple when I was first testing it, and then, you know, one or so when I was already starting to get used to it. But for the most part, I generally win with this at this particular trophy range, 2,600 to 2,700 trophies. But yeah, so let's go ahead and see what we do here. We did lay down an Elixir Collector. Now we're going to lay down the second Elixir Collector. We're running that Elixir farm real efficiently here. He has the P.E.K.K.A. going down. I'm probably going to lay down the Barbarians to kind of cushion the damage here. Maybe even throw down some Archers. There we go. Oh, and we're probably going to throw down the Giant, actually, because that'd be a good one to kind of counterdict the P.E.K.K.A. for the time being. So it looks like we ended up doing that. The arrows are going to hurt. He's going to do a lot of damage here, unfortunately, but we managed to fend him off before he takes up the tower. So that was a nice push by him by far. Our tower is not looking pretty. It's 765 health left, but we're going to try to push as hard as we can. So let's see what we can do here. We are going to do some damage here. Barbarians do a buttload of damage if you leave them alone. So there we go. We did half the health of that tower just with the Barbarians alone. Even the Musketeer couldn't take it out in time. So now we're laying down the Barbarian Hut. We're going to start bringing in the flow of troops. Increase that flow a little bit with the Barbarian Hut for sure. Plus, it's good to have in case you don't really have Elixir. A lot of times they can spawn a Barbarian just in time to throw it off like a P.E.K.K.A. or a Prince or whatever it may be. So here we are. We're just going to go ahead and just throw down the Spear Goblins a little premature. They got taken out pretty quickly, so we ended up having to use a mirror to summon a couple more. But here we are. We're going for a good push here. Giant is running the lead here, along with all my troops. And it looks like we're going to end up getting taken down by the P.E.K.K.A. The bomb's going to take out the couple of the minions, and the P.E.K.K.A.'s going to live just barely. But I don't think it's going to be able to get to the tower at this point. We're running this Elixir farm again, running down the Elixir Collectors. He has a Goblin Barrel, so I'm going to go and arrow that real quick. P.E.K.K.A. goes down. The Musketeer's not really going to get much here. He's going to take out the Barbarian, but, you know, it's not hard to take out a Musketeer at this point. Now, again, there's another P.E.K.K.A. He's probably going to try to fight off. He threw down a Barbarian, and now he's going to probably push pretty good here because I can't really do much. I can drop a few troops here and there. I threw down the Barbarian to kind of just cushion all the damage so that I don't take too much. And we actually took out this Musketeer just in time too, so that was really cool. So luckily I handled that quite well, I feel. Here we are running the Elixirs again, Elixir Collectors. We're starting to get pretty set on these Elixir Collectors. We have 3 out right now. Barbarian Head going down again. Got some more Barbs heading down the line here. So now that we're full on Elixir, we're at the extra 60 mark here overtime. We're probably going to start trying to push as hard as possible here. Definitely going to want to arrow everything here. Unfortunately, he had some Barbarian or the Goblin Barrels, so that really sucked. But he has some arrows too. He's going to take out all those troops. But we're trying to push as hard as we can here. We're definitely going to start laying down the giant skeleton along with the barbs. Throw down some arrows maybe. No arrows. We're going to go ahead and throw down some spear goblins. And now it looks like we're going to end up getting the win because the giant is there. It is secured. There's nothing he can do. And there we go. So we did pick up the kill on the tower and then also the win. Pretty tough match, actually. That P.E.K.K.A. actually was pretty formidable for my giant skeleton. But we managed to fight it off and just push at the last minute for a win. It's just, I love it when I know that even if they take out my giant, if he's on the tower, I know that tower is mine. For the most part. Unless it's like still full health, and then the bomb only takes out like a third of its health. But there you go. Oh, what are we doing here? We need to go ahead and unlock that. Okay, so we had this one right here. We're going to go ahead and show this 3 crown right here. That seems like a cool one to show. I think this is the one where I just had like a really heavy push, and he could not do a single thing. So here we are. We're probably going to run down the elixir collector. He has a goblin barrel, so we're going to go ahead and fight that off. We don't have any arrows on hand, so we just had to throw what we had and then fight off this big push. That was actually pretty nasty. I didn't like the fact that he... I see this a lot, too. I see a lot of rush of troops, and then they go ahead and zap my offensive that I try to fight off his attack with. So here we are, another Hog Rider deck in some sorts. All they had was a giant, so just threw down the giant. I was like, okay, nothing else I can do here. Had some arrows finally for that that goblin barrel, so now we're gonna go ahead and run to the line here ourselves. We're gonna go ahead and take out this cannon quite easily. He's gonna go ahead and distract my giant for the time being, but it's just not enough. We are gonna end up getting to that tower. No, we don't get it. Okay, this is the one I remember where I just barely missed it. Okay, so we got some damage though, more than we anticipated. We were hoping to actually get the giant there, but we didn't. But I actually did a lot more damage than I thought I was going to do without that bomb, so that was good. Another Hog Rider. Those Hog Riders are annoying for me. It's going to take out my tower. There's nothing I can do. I can throw down some barbs, but it's already too late. I didn't have enough elixir. So he did get a tower. I'm a little bit paranoid here because I can push on one side, but now I have no defense on the left side, so he can just counter push me, and I'm like kind of hurt. Here we are. Gonna go ahead and end up getting taken. Oh, we actually got the giant there. So we did pick up the tower because the giant didn't make it there. 828 health. Doesn't matter. It's gone. That bomb is so brutal. So there we go. He's trying as hard as he can to run down my crown tower as fast as he can so he can take the win and 3 crown me easily. But I'm fighting it off with everything I got. Looks like we're going to be fighting off another Hog Rider. His combo is a Hog Rider Goblins. It's pretty common of him. It's like the 3rd time I think I've seen it in this particular match. Now we got some arrows taking out the minion horde. So now we got a good push going. We got a couple barbs. We got a giant skeleton. We can go ahead and run our elixir collector. We're going to have to drop some troops here to take care of the goblin barrel. But he is trying to take the attention of my giant and bring it back to my base, which is really smart. But at the same time, that also brings all my troops together. So it could be good for him, but then at the same time it might not be. So now we're trying to split push. We're trying to make it to where he has to attend to 2 giants rather than 1, but it actually ends up both giants going to the same tower. We're going to arrow our crown tower, take out the goblin barrel, and then we're going to go ahead and go for the win here. We take out that 1 tower. Now we're going to take out the 2nd tower, the crown tower, and take the win for sure. Quite the heavy push. That was pretty nasty. I want to get the match where I get like insane amounts of elixir collectors. I can't find it. I have to see. Let's see. Maybe it was a 2-1. No. I think it was like a little further down. Let's go to this one right here. I'm not sure which one it was. Yeah, let's just try this one. Alright, so he's level 8, I'm level 9. I have a slight advantage. So we have the elixir collector, barbs, spear goblins, and some arrows on hand. We're probably going to drop the elixir collector. Oh no, we're actually going to address the barbs here and actually go for a full push. Okay, so we're actually going for a full push here. We're going to take out the barbarian huts, but we're not going to take out or do much damage to the tower. So that was unfortunate. Oh, we don't even take out the barbarian hut, actually. We come close, but not enough. So that was actually... I would say I should have ran the elixir collector. The push was desperate. I don't know what I was thinking, but we managed to fight off this group as well, dropping down the giant skeleton to kind of take out what's around. And our tower did take some damage, but it's alright. We win anyways, right? We already know. So he drops the barbs. It takes care of my giant. Can't do much there. The nerf to the giant actually is substantial. They increased the time for the bomb to explode. Normally that would have taken out the barbs like within like a second, and that one is like, I think 2 seconds, 3 seconds, something like that. So it gives them time to get away, which is unfortunate for me, but it does balance out the giant a little bit more than what it used to be. So there's some archers going down the line. I'm not really worried. I'm going to drop the elixir collector. Probably drop a second one if I can, if he doesn't really do much. He does drop a barb hut, but it looks like I'm going to go ahead and drop the second elixir because I'm not too worried about that. I'm going to drop some archers here in a second to kind of take care of the barbarians as well. We are going to take some damage again though. That's not really good, but those elixir collectors are really going to ramp up here in the end, hopefully, and allow us to push. I want to say hopefully. We know what's going to happen, but I'm not sure if it's because of the elixir collectors or if it's because I just pushed and got lucky with the push. But yeah, so we have 2 elixirs going. Gonna drop a bunch of troops here to try to take care of what we can. We're gonna drop the arrows, get rid of the barbs here. We got some minion hordes to worry about, so we're gonna go ahead and drop some archers to take care of those. Drop a second set of archers to help take out the rest of these guys here. The bomb's gonna go ahead and help take out the rest of the troops as well. Bam! There it is. We're gonna drop elixir collector probably here in a second. There it is. Alright, we don't have the mirror up, so we can't drop another one, but we are fighting off whatever he pushes towards us, so that's looking good. We are sitting a little bit on full elixir. It's not good. We want to make sure we're not always sitting on a full elixir route, wasting the potential elixir we can be getting during that time frame. But here comes a pretty nice push here. He has a fireball, so he's probably going to fireball. It would make sense. But now I have double giants. He can't do much about that. The barb survived the fireball as well, and the double giants are just wrecking face here. He is doing smart though. He's pretty smart. He's going double bar. He's not double barbs. I mean, he's dropping barbs to take care of my giant skeleton. But those bombs actually do quite a bit of damage and allow my troops to have a clear path to the tower. And now we're probably on the brink of taking out this guy real quick. But yeah, so it looks like it's going to look pretty grim. Our push is just constant. He can't do anything. He has a fireball, but it's just not enough. That bomb is, I think, within the vicinity. There it is, yeah. So there is another win. The bomb is just a fun thing to kind of see get to the tower, because you know that, okay, you take it out, but it's still going to do a chunk of damage. Let's see how much damage this guy does anyways. So the bomb, when it goes off, it does 957 damage to the tower. I'm going to try to see if I can find the actual game where I ran a bunch of elixir collectors. Like, I had like 6 or 7 of them going. Poison, I don't think it was with a poison. It was a draw there. So you can see I had a couple defeats here and there. Let's see. It may have been this one. Alright, this is the last one though. If it's not it, then I'll have to find it later and show you guys. It was a pretty fun one. I want to get a collection of videos where I just have mad elixir collectors and just have a little like montage of that. It's really fun seeing it happen. But yeah, so here we are. He has some spirit goblins. We're not too worried. We're gonna drop the second elixir collector. It looks like it would make sense. He is fireballing my tower and the first elixir collector, but it's fine. It's not a big deal. This is a little bit nasty right here, so we're gonna go and drop the arrows and the spirit goblins to kind of take the damage for the mini P.E.K.K.A. and then drop some more archers because he did do pretty smart play there with the zap. But yeah, we fought it off quite well. We did take some damage, but it's alright. Alright, so it looks like we're gonna drop another elixir collector. I think this is the one. I think this is the one because I'm already starting to get a good farm going here. We're about to have 4, well 3 because the one's going down, but we're looking pretty good. Alright, He has another P.E.K.K.A here, so we're gonna drop the Barbs. Barb's gonna go ahead and take care of this nonsense. So there we go. Barb's definitely trumped the 4-cost mini P.E.K.K.A. He has a fireball, so he's gonna take out all my troops for the most part before I can do damage. Archer's gonna do a little bit. Nope, she's gonna do just one shot to the, or a couple shots to the goblin, and then call it a day. But here we are, gonna drop more elixir collectors. Probably. We're waiting for that one to drop. We don't. I'm trying to make room here. I don't know. I should have just dropped it regardless, but yeah, we're just waiting for it to drop. Gonna go ahead and arrow this entire group right here. Dropping the Barb hut. We actually placed it in the wrong area. I actually meant to place it more to the right, but that was my mistake. But luckily, the Barb did distract the minion horde, at least a group of them, and that was really good for us. Here we are, another elixir we can drop. Yeah, so I think this is the one. This is definitely the one. We have literally right now 5 elixir collectors going right now. So this is looking pretty good for us for the most part. We're gonna drop some arrows to kind of take care of the skeleton army. Our Barbs are doing tons of damage on the left tower. We are still gonna be dropping more elixir collectors here. There's another one. Gonna go ahead and drop the second one here since we're just looking pretty good. So we currently have 6 elixirs going right now, elixir collectors. Drop some archers, drop some spear goblins, maybe some arrows to kind of take out the enemies there. Definitely gonna have to drop whatever we can here to kind of thwart off this skeleton army. Dropping more elixir collectors. We have 7 elixir collectors maybe. No, dang, we still have 6. There's still 6. But yeah, so we are just pushing. We have elixir for days now. Now, like at this point, I don't think I'm gonna drop much more elixir collectors. I'm just gonna go for a heavy push. I'm doing what I can to just fight off his troops and then take out the tower there. But there we go. So it wasn't like so dramatic to where like I had this complete control over the entire match. But in the end, like he could not outplay me because I had too much elixir bumping into my hand there. There's another one too. Like I said, I'll try to like get a montage going at some point in the future with just a bunch of elixir collectors or different strategies, even like maybe some giant skeleton montages or I don't know, other things that you guys may consider like, you know, referencing to me saying, hey, make a montage of this type of deck or this type of strategy, and then I'll just have like a clip of like certain events happening. Bam, tower taken out, second tower taken out, 3 crown, that kind of thing with music along with it. But yeah, so if you guys want to see that, let me know. Also leave a like if you like this video. Lets me know that I'm doing good and you guys like my content, and it just motivates me to keep going further with this. I'll be doing videos regardless, but the extra push is always nice. But yeah, hope you guys enjoyed this video of me running the giant skeleton along with a bunch of Barbs, and I will see you guys next time. Later!